Next up is Tiff Phillips with her poem, 3.
Hello, everybody. Like the in-between half short and half tall, I'm sorry. I'm Tiff, and this is 3. They say there are 3 loves in your life, that you love for different reasons, that turn the pages of your book and decide which chapters to lay themselves on. Number 1, you meet. It's sweet. You can't eat or sleep, and you're young, and maybe you're too young. And the sun revolves around your love, and it finally explodes, and then you implode, and then the sun goes away, and then your planet is just kind of hanging off its axis. That was my first. First loves are always in too deep, and I didn't even know what to do or how to act or how to be. 3 years of not quite understanding what relationships are, trying to pretend like you're grown, but girl, you are not. The truth is, I barely understood myself, let alone know how to understand anyone else, and when she decided that it was time to go, I did decide to go crazy. For a year, okay, 4 maybe. But it's okay, because she taught me how to forgive. We grew up together, and the heartbreak that we both felt, the broken chips that we created in each other, well, later those chips melted to fill in the spaces that filled these cracks. And in the end, these 2 young hearts became old friends. Number 2, your second love. Oh, girl, get ready, because this one gets messy. It starts off nice, and there's traditions and dates, and she moves not on the 3rd. No, not the 3rd year or the 3rd month or the 3rd week, the 3rd date, because we lesbians, we move quick. You begin to cusp what is enough and what you can handle and what you simply cannot. It's a hard love, one that you really fight for but really can't ever win. The kind of love that bruises you from the inside in, and you make a lot of excuses. Sorry, grandfather, she can't come to Christmas because she's got a headache. There's no headache. That girl hasn't made it clear that she finds your loud Italian family completely overwhelming. But you're settled, and she's comfortable, and even though she makes you feel stupid, and her tone is like a bullet that cuts through your chest, leaving you still sad and alone, it's what you deserve. It's always what you deserve. And sometimes it gets petty, real petty. And sometimes she leaves dishes in the sink when you've already cleaned them. And sometimes she doesn't make the bed, even when you've asked her 20 times, can you please just wash the dishes? Can you please just make the bed? And sometimes she forgets your birthday. And sometimes she disappears for days, and sometimes she comes back smelling like rum. And sometimes she doesn't come home. Most days she doesn't come home. And then she just really doesn't come home. And then you're left surrounded by her scattered clothes and guitars and in a lot of debt, because not only did she empty your heart, but she emptied your wallet too, and in her wake you lose yourself. And you impulsively try to find who you are again, because at this point, everything is just so out of body. Date after date, girl after girl, drink after drink, and everyone leaves the party because they leave to get married and buy houses, and you just kind of die inside. I won't say her name. She no longer has a name, because it's not okay. And we are not friends till this day. And yes, I did learn a lot, but it continued to not be okay for a really long time. But slowly, it happens. Your spirit slowly comes back into your body and you move. Your best friend has a baby. This baby girl just changes your life. And your brother has kids. And they change your life too. One even looks just like you. And suddenly, you're an aunt. You're a friggin' TT. You can't stay in bed all day. Because you gotta play dinosaurs. And you gotta play monkeys on the bed. And you have family and friends and little girls who laugh and hug you and look at you like their entire world. And love makes you messy, but niece love makes you shine. And what could you possibly, oh, hello, where did you come from? Number 3 comes out of nowhere. Number 3 hits you hard. You didn't ask for it, you didn't really want it. Well, actually you really did, because you've wanted it since you were a little girl, and because you shipped Mulder and Scully for 9 years. But you did a really good job pretending you didn't. You almost convince yourself, you resist. When she asks you to go out, you can't quite accept it. She tells you, you tell her, your friends, you're not so sure you want to do this again, but it's worth the conversations, and she's funny, and she makes you laugh, and she's smart, and actually she kind of makes you feel like you're smart too. And you check your phone for her name constantly. And she's always traveling, so you'll never actually have time. But a chance meeting at a festival 120 miles away, when the town you both live in is like 4, she takes a sip of your beer. She took a sip of my beer. And weeks in, you are freaking out. I mean, number 3 gives you these long hugs that don't end. She smells like clean laundry and old wooden furniture and home. She remembers that you like Sour Punch straws and those hanging plants you saw on the way to the beach, and she reaches for you in her sleep, and she holds your hand in public. She holds your hand. Fuck, you're in love. And what's even more nuts is that she might love you too, and she does. She tells you. She takes you to places. She shows you nature. You find yourself hiking, like in the woods. You own boots and walking sticks now. And sometimes you stop and look at sunsets and you just smile. You smile and you kind of just smile. And you pay your bills on time, and even the bill collectors are confused. And Sasha from Navien thinks you're dead because she hasn't had to call you in a while. And you grow up. And you grow up. You grow. And you love her. You love her. And the best part about number 3 is that even though you're silly and a little crazy and a little bruised up from 1 and 2, number 3 stays. She stays. Thank you.
Hi friends, if you like this video by The Local Scene, share the love and give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe.